We can wait another minute or two, but I'm also, if you want to get started,
I'll get started and share my screen. So that is already on. People are still coming in, but I removed the wait room, so we should be okay. Are you okay to manage the chat, Rochelle, for me? Perfect. So hi, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to come and check out the new features. There are tons and tons of them. So it is a packed hour. That's why I'm starting with this particular slide with a Roadrunner picture, because I'm going to sound a little bit like a Roadrunner really, really quick. But just so you know, the goal of today's webinar is really to introduce the features, but you will have access to the recording. I will send you an email with the recording and the slides, so you'll be able to go back to it at your own pace, explore what you want. And of course, there are more features than what I am going to show you. That's why we've also included this blog link here with all of the new features. So I had to pick and choose to make it fit in this 1 hour. I have Rochelle with me from the Google for Education team. She'll be answering the chat, but I'm going to go and open the chat now and try to keep up with what's going on in the chat on my two screens. If your camera's off, no problem. Just use the emojis every once in a while to let me know that you actually appreciate the feature or that you really love what I'm showing. That will give me an indication that everybody's listening and out there. So let's get started. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Alexandra Coutley. I am a former ESL teacher. I'm based in close to Montreal. I like to say 30 minutes away from Montreal, or 2.5 hours with traffic, depending on the snow. So, and I used to be a high school teacher, moved into a tech coach role for a big district in Quebec. And now I work on my own, giving training sessions like I'm doing today. You have my email. You already have my email because you register for the event and you have my email. You'll get an email from me as well, but it's also on the slides. Please don't hesitate if you have questions. If I mentioned something in the webinar, you want more info, email me. I'll be happy to quickly reply. I also want to take this opportunity to talk to you about the Google Educator groups in every province. We have one in Alberta. We have two in Ontario, one Toronto and one Ontario. We have one in Quebec that I'm happy to participate in myself. And we have one coming for British Columbia as well. We'd love to see one from every single province. If you're wondering what are Google Educator groups, email me. I'll explain what they are. I'll tell you how to become a GEG, how to be part of them. The links are clickable. So for the majority, you can join. Sometimes they're newsletters. Sometimes it's a Facebook group. Sometimes it's some other type of group that you're joining to get information, to give training sessions, meetups. The one we have in Quebec, it has a nice 1,200 people at this point, and lots of sharing of resources and helping each other out. So check them out, the GEG groups. And I think Astrid is in the chat there and is for the GEG Ontario. So there you go. So lots and lots of great opportunities to collaborate and build a community. So let's start. As a reminder, Gemini for Education has enterprise level data protection. Now, what does that mean? It means everything you put in Gemini, and NotebookLM for that matter, is not used to train the models, is also not reviewed by anybody at Google. Rochelle is not spending her Friday nights checking out the questions you're asking to Gemini, I promise. She does have other things to do. You do have an administrator managed experience, so it's part of your admin console with all of the protections that that brings. You have higher limits with your education account than your personal account. You have access to Gemini 3 Pro and Gemini Flash, amazing models that have shown like so much improvement in the last couple of months, especially with math and science. I don't know if I have math and science teachers, but I see great things happening there. And of course, Nano Banana Pro to create images. My favorite to create images for sure. I want to bring your attention to my slide right now just to show you a few things that you're going to see throughout the presentation. On the left at the bottom, you see where I mention if it's all editions, it will say if it's teaching and learning or education plus, if you have access to it with fundamentals. So watch for that little icon there. Everything I'm showing you today is available in Canada, so I'm only showing things that are available now. Sometimes are available in the US and then roll out later. So I picked only things that are available for us here. And you'll see this available now or in the coming weeks or in the coming months. So you'll know when they're coming. I don't have specific dates, but if I know it's on rollout right now, I'll tell you. But everything is coming really, really soon. So pay attention to these little details on my slides. I'll try to mention it every time, but if I don't, when you go back to it, you'll know if you have access to it. Now, this one has been available for a little while now. I'd love to see with thumbs up or hearts or confettis. You choose your emoji. It can be the crying emoji if you want. I don't mind. Let me know if you've used that one to create presentations. It's one of my favorites. You use Canvas inside of Gemini to transform any text prompt or documents into a Google slide presentation. It gives you a nice presentation that you can check out. If you want to modify it, you can export to Google Slides after. What I really like is that it will be using different images. It will make sure it is images that are copyright free and adds a slide at the end of the presentation with all the links to those images. So I think that's good digital citizenship and good to show our students. So it automatically does it. So fun feature. Notice as well at the bottom here where it says learn more, it means I have a clickable link that gives you all the info. I know we have some IT admins with us. I saw from the form, it tells you if you need it to do anything in the admin console when you click on it. So make sure to check out the links. And this one is available to everyone. This next one, it allows you to check if an image or a video was actually generated by Google AI. So I'll play the video just so you can see video of a dog here. I want to check out if Google had anything to do with it. Was it created with AI and with Google AI? You actually go to Gemini, give it the video, and ask if it was generated using Google AI. And because there's a Synth ID watermark with everything that Google creates video and image-wise, it will tell you if it was created with AI. So nice little feature available to everyone as well. So verify an image. This next one is also already available in deep research. Tell me with your emojis if you love deep research. I use it all the time for a variety of things. And I love the fact that now you can incorporate all your different tools. To see on my GIF or GIF, I don't want to argue. I'll say both every time. You can actually ask it to search, but you can ask it to search through your emails and your Drive as well, and your chat as well, to incorporate elements that you have in your workspace environment into the deep research. So pretty neat to be able to get that report, but also pull from all the information from your suite of tool. That's available now and in all editions as well. Now, I don't know if I have fans of Moodle here. Give me a thumbs up if you use Moodle. But Gemini and NotebookLM are coming to Moodle. So you'll be able to incorporate Gemini and NotebookLM inside your Moodle environment. So if you're using both environments, then now you can actually integrate it. It is coming soon. I don't have a specific date yet, but it is coming soon and available to everybody. Now, this one I better get thumbs up, because as teachers, we are not allowed to have favorites, but we all know we do. I have students I still talk to from years ago, not supposed to be my favorites, but well, I have a favorite, and NotebookLM is probably it. So do I have other people who I saw a few thumbs up here with NotebookLM? We love NotebookLM. So here's a series of new features in NotebookLM. Now, this one mixes NotebookLM and Gemini, so the best of both worlds. You can now, and it's available now, it rolled out probably last week, it appeared in all my accounts last week. You can now, as you see on my GIF for GIF, ask a question from Gemini and have it pull from your notebooks, from NotebookLM. Now, remember that when you ask Gemini a question, you can add up to 10 different elements in your requests. Well, you can add up to 10 notebooks from NotebookLM. So imagine if you have 50 sources in every single one of your notebooks, times 10, how many sources Gemini can pull from. So love this new feature, available to everyone already. You should see it when you hit the plus sign. You should see NotebookLM as a source that you can pull from to ask questions. You can even ask, I had teachers use that feature and then add Canvas to have a presentation done, building from their NotebookLM source. So building on clicking the plus, clicking Canvas, make me a presentation using my sources from NotebookLM, and then created the Google Slides. So everything and everything, we love it. NotebookLM, and that one has been out for a little while, creates wonderful infographics. Give me a thumbs up if you've tried the infographics in NotebookLM. It is available now for all editions. It is available 18 plus. Notice this new little tag that I added to my slide. So it is available for teachers. It means it's not available for students, but infographics are great in NotebookLM and available right now. The next one is also a great feature to create slide decks using your sources. So you'll see on the right here with my GIF for GIF, it created a presentation from my different sources. For now, this slide deck is in a PDF format, but I really like that you can use NotebookLM as a presentation tool. So I can just share my screen, make it full screen. You'll see it here, see how it became full screen, and there's the whole navigation, and you can advance your slides and present from there. If not, you can download them as PDF. Hopefully it's coming into a Google Slide thing eventually, but available now, and really, really great images. So transforming your sources into slides. Now, this one transforms your sources into data tables. That happened probably a couple of weeks ago. You probably all have it. It rolled out a couple of weeks ago. So if you have sources that have dates and numbers and everything that you can think of in terms of organizing info, it transforms everything into a nice little table. You'll see it in the studio of NotebookLM, and it's available right now for everybody. Now, remember when I showed you the deep research could go into further files? NotebookLM can also go and look up further sources for you. That's a feature I use often, where I have a few sources already in a file. Let's say I'm researching an author because I'm going to teach a novel, and researching, adding my own sources. But then I ask NotebookLM to expand this search and actually suggest other sources. Of course, I always have the final decision. I decide if I want to add these sources to my notebook, but a great way to search according to the context that you already have in your sources. So that's available right now. So look on the left side. When you add your sources, you can add a deep research and add it as a source. Now, Gemini and Google Workspace. I've had that for a little while, and I've been testing it for the last couple of months. I was very lucky to be able to test all this out. And now everyone is going to be able to test all this out as well, because coming soon, and I've seen the rollout, I think last week, so it is rolling out as we speak. You either already have it or it's coming, but Gemini in Workspace is going to be available in Google Slides, Vids, Forms, Sheets, Docs, and Gmail. It will be available for the following editions. So Google AI Pro for education, Teaching and Learning add-on, and Education Plus. And it's coming first, of course, to 18 plus. So teachers first, students at some point maybe, but teachers first get these features. So what do I mean by Gemini in Google Workspace? This first one is Gemini in Slides. You'll see a side panel on my screen here where you can ask questions. Of course, ask Gemini questions on your presentation. I use it often to ask Gemini, do you think this is too busy? Did I put too much information on my slide? And help me improve on the whole thing. But you can actually ask for images, for example, then insert the images into Google Slide. So lots and lots of nice usage with Gemini in Slides. I'm not missing anything in the chat. I think I'm good. All right. So the next one is Gemini in Google Docs. Kind of the same idea. You have a side panel where you can ask questions, interact, give information, ask for info on the side panel. Again, this is available for Google AI Pro for Education, Teaching and Learning, and Education Plus. But you'll see this little side panel. If it's not there yet, it's coming soon because it's rolling out. So, and it's available in many languages and available in French. If you have a French immersion program or something, it is available in French as well. Now, this next one is probably one of my favorites, to create forms. So Gemini in Forms, when you open Google Forms, the first thing you'll be prompted with is a Gemini window where you can describe the type of form, the type of questions that you want, and Gemini will generate a Google Forms for you. So a great feature. I've been testing it for a little while now. Works really well in both languages, and English and French, and love how it is easy to generate questions and then put it in Google Forms directly. Now, this one is not Gemini, but I kind of cheated and added a few things that are not all Gemini in NotebookLM, but are worth mentioning. This one is something that you might have wanted for years. I've been using extensions and what I like to call duct tape solutions to figure out. Now it's integrated. You can now automatically close a form at a specific date and time, so it can stop receiving responses. Carl is liking this one. So you don't have to manually go into the form and remember to close it at that date to not keep getting responses, just like I did for the registration for this webinar, where I had to, I went to close it manually instead of automatically doing it, which I should have done. The next thing is it will stop accepting responses at a certain number of responses. So something else that's super useful if you're, Astrid is saying, finally, totally, I agree. You have registration, students are registering and there are 50 available spaces, for example, for the pizza dinner, and then it will automatically stop accepting responses. So not Gemini, I know, but still I thought worth mentioning. Now, this next series is a series of things that are coming to Vids. I'd be curious to see in the emojis, do we like Vids? Do we use Vids? We love Vids. Well, I do anyway. Vids was a very nice addition to the whole suite of tools. It was something that we've been needing for years, easy to use. Students are so creative with it. I love to create short tutorials for my teachers with it, but Gemini is coming to Vids. This first one allows you to prompt Gemini, and it will give you a storyboard before you even start creating anything. It will give you a list. Let me play the video again so you can see it. So I'm going to type exactly what I want in my video. See a professional development session to help educators. I can add files and documents and everything, and then look at how it is detailing a storyboard, a sequence and everything. It will even suggest background music, stock videos that are integrated. And of course, you can make decisions and say, I don't like this third one, and modify it. But already you have a nice plan to start your video. So this is for Google AI Pro Teaching and Learning and Education Plus, and is coming soon. So you should see it pop up. Gemini can help you create this video. This next one is available right now. I'd be curious to see if anybody has tested it so far, but you can use avatars to create videos, give it the script, and then it automatically animates the different characters. You can play with the script that they say, see how you can select different avatars and create videos using VO3, which generates the video. Also using VO3, and I'll play the video so you can see, you can upload up to 3 photos, then prompt what you want, and it will create an 8-second clip of your 3 images together. So see, now we have a dog, we have the dog collar, and we have a winter wonderland kind of background. And I click on generate, and now I have the dog actually animated, and it joins the 3 pictures together. So this is a part available right now in Google Vids for the following editions. Now, of course, Gemini is also coming to Google Sheets. Google Sheets is probably the one I struggle with the most. Don't like to make a budget, don't like to have to do formulas. I usually ask for help from my geek husband, who is the king of formulas. But now that I have Gemini, I don't need my husband for that. I need him for other things, but I don't need him for that anymore. He's always so impressed that I've figured out how to do a formula in Google Sheets and did not ask for his help. So now I have Gemini to help me and don't need his help anymore. What's also nice is you can ask questions to analyze the data that you have. So ask questions on trends and everything. So that side panel, super helpful. Gemini in Sheets, very, very helpful. And this one is coming for every edition to everyone in English and in French. Gemini in Gmail is now available for everybody. So it helps you if you're a bit like me. My emails are usually way too long and way too details. And then I can ask Gemini to make it shorter and simpler and more to the point so that people actually read it and don't feel like I'm sending a novel. So Gemini in Gmail has the help me write, has the AI overview, which is nice. If you receive that long email from me, it will summarize the major points for you, and gives you suggested replies as well that are super helpful. So that's coming to Gmail soon. I don't have a specific date, but I did see the rollout announced, I think last week. So it means it's upcoming, probably in the month of February, you'll see it happen. And of course, this is coming to 18 plus. This is for teachers and not for students. Now, if you have Google AI Pro for education, here are a few extras for you here. This one I adore. If you do a lot of online meetings, the take notes for me is incredible. Does the whole transcription of your call, also gives you an update of what you need to do and follow up on. So I'll hang up with Rochelle and it will say, Alexandra will send an email following up to this, and it will remind me of what to do, which is amazing. And now it has this new feature where you can actually decide the length of the summary it will give you. So to have a longer summary or not. And Gemini is also incorporated in Google Meet, where you can ask questions during the meeting and say, catch me up on what has been said. So nice extra features if you're a big user of Google Meet. This one is very nice. This one is also for Google AI Pro for education. It will help you turn PDFs into audio. If you think of NotebookLM and those podcast style audio that you could get, well, this is directly into Google Drive. When you open a PDF, you can ask for an audio summary of the document. Now, this one is an invoice. I don't know why you would actually listen to an invoice, but you might be getting long 200 pages documents from the Ministry of Education of your province. Well, that can be a nice summary, audio summary. Don't know that I would actually have an audio of my invoice, basically. Now, this next one is also for Google AI Pro. You remember my side panel of Gemini in Google Docs? When you have Google AI Pro, you have one extra feature where you can actually add sources to your prompts inside of Google Docs. I'm sorry. So you could go and add documents, for example, a Google Sheets with numbers, and then prompt Gemini to help you write your text in the Google Doc. So that's a nice, neat extra feature that you get for your sources. Now, this one is very geeky, and I've been playing around with it a lot. It's called Google Workspace Studio. Now, it's available for everybody. Depending on your edition, it's the limits, the daily limits of the automations that you might actually see a difference. But it can handle things like label your emails in Gmail, or organize files for you, or automatically answer different emails depending on what you labeled it, for example. I use it myself on a regular basis. I have one that basically checks my calendar every time I have a meeting. So let's say I'm meeting with Astrid. It will automatically look through my email and see what were the latest exchanges that we've had, give me a summary, and then text me in Google Chat and say, you have a meeting in 1 hour with Astrid. Here's everything you discussed by emails. So I see usage for all our administrative tasks. We have a parent-teacher meeting. We want to know what was said before. Can you automatically send me a message before? And yes, Rachel is right. Check out, there are lots of, if you don't know how to start or how to use it, check out the pre-made, pre-built flows that are already in there. It will give you lots of good ideas. Now, Gemini is also adding a lot of features in Google Classroom, and I did cheat and add features that were not Gemini, but are new features of Classroom as well that are very exciting. Now, this next one is coming to all editions, and you could already, with the @ symbol, call out your drive or call out your calendar, for example. But now you'll be able to call out Classroom. Like, this is coming in the coming weeks. I haven't seen the rollout yet, but I think it's coming soon. And it's coming in English only. So if you're using your Google Classroom in French, we'll have to wait another couple of weeks to get it. But basically what it can do is ask questions, and it will go and check out your Google Classroom. So for example, I want to know what were the latest assignments that I gave to my students. I want a list. It will go through your Google Classroom and give you a list. It can also help you create assignments to give you ideas, and it will connect to your Google Classroom to be able to guide you throughout it all. So I love the @ symbol. If you haven't used it with all of your workspace tools, make sure to check it out. The calendar one I use all the time. Add this to my calendar, block the day off, and it actually does it. Or @drive is another great one. Can you look through my drive and see all of my notes on Edgar Allan Poe, because I'm teaching that next week, and it will actually look up your drive. And if you're using Gemini in Classroom, which is the suite of tools that you can use to create a whole variety of activities, lesson plans, and everything, it will now be available on Android and iOS. So you can do it on the go and create things with Gemini for Classroom. Now, if you're not sure what I mean by Gemini in Classroom, here's what it looks like. It is this suite of tools where you can create vocabulary lists and lesson plans and everything. And this one is brand new and already released, so you should see it in your list. And it is an audio lesson. Let me play the video from the beginning just so I can guide you through it. You'll find create an audio lesson. You'll enter the grade level of your students, the topic that you want to teach. It will generate learning objectives that you can, of course, modify, but it will suggest learning objectives. And then you'll personalize the two people that are talking, the dialogue, choose your characters, and get an audio lesson that you can directly share in classroom with your students. I love this for lots of variety of lessons, teach different subject matters. I see possibilities in every class. It is available for every edition globally in English first, eventually in other languages, but test it out. I've played around with it with different topics and love, love, love. Now, you could already share notebooks and gems if students have access to Gemini and NotebookLM. So you could, if it's open to students, you could, through Google Classroom, attach a notebook or attach a gem in Google Classroom and share it with your students. This is not new. This is something you already have access to. What's new is insights coming to Teaching and Learning and Education Plus. With all editions, you already have, if students have opened it or not. But now, coming soon, you'll get more information on the student usage, if they started a conversation or not. And I love this section where you'll find out the top questions and the topics that got students engaged. So you can come back to class the next day and know what were the top questions that were asked of your gem or in your notebook, and maybe come back to it. Carl is saying gem storybooks is absolutely, it's such a fun gem. It's such a wonderful one. I totally agree. Now, this next one allows you to import any evaluation rubric or grading rubric in a PDF format or a Drive file that you have, and it will automatically convert the whole thing into a workable grading rubric in Google Classroom. Now, doesn't sound as exciting as some of the other features that I've shown you, but I don't know how many hours I spent like typing or copying and pasting into either a Google Sheet to have it compatible and then import in Google Classroom, or do it through Google Classroom and cut and paste everything. So this does it in one click, PDF, import, and switches everything so you can incorporate your rubric right away. So convert from file is available now for all editions. A little thing, but every minute counts, right? We have too many minutes during a day. If we can save a couple here or there, why not? And this one is very exciting as well. Suggested feedback for writing assignment. When you assign a Google Doc, students write a text, for example. When you enter your correction mode or your evaluation mode, you'll be able to have the help me write portion of Gemini say what the target grade is. Do you want to provide, they were calling it, I was at an event at lunchtime that called it the glow and grow kind of comments. So do you want to glow up with feedback, or you want them to grow a little bit? So I find it's a nice way of saying, like, maybe it's positive or negative feedback that you want to give, but it will give you suggested feedback that you can decide to use or not. So Gemini will help you improve on the feedback that you give. Now, this will be available to Teaching and Learning and Education Plus in English, and it is coming in the coming weeks, so you'll see that little panel show up. Now, I told you there were new features in Google Classroom that were not necessarily Gemini, but that we are very excited about. And this one is rolling out right now. I have a few teachers who told me they have it now and have been playing with it for the past couple of days. And it's bringing audio and video recording and screen sharing to Google Classroom. So let me show you how that works. It is for Education Plus and Teaching and Learning, but it is available globally and rolling out right now. It might even be already in your Google Classroom. So let me show you what that means. First, audio and video recording, it will look like this. So I'm in my stream. I want to make an announcement to my class. I get to choose between audio, video, or a screencast sharing type of announcement. Notice the duration, 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes is enough for the attention span of our students and some adults. So you'll be able to do that in an announcement. So all 3 options always available, but you can also do that when you actually assign classwork. So you'll see it here, editing an assignment. You'll see this new record button. You'll get to choose. I like the fact that they did this little floating thing so that you still get to see all your instructions. So it's easy to see. You get a 3, 2, 1, and it goes, it starts and you have your 5 minutes. Now, I asked the question at lunch today during a training session I had. All of your videos are in your classroom folder in Drive, so you can find your recording if you want to. So they are hosted somewhere if you need to find them again. Of course, they'll be in the assignment and you'll find it easily, but they'll be in Google Drive. So all of them are 5 minutes long. And of course, if you need to do longer videos, you're going to switch to Google Vids if you need to edit and put confettis and images and everything. So I find them very complimentary. Now, this one I really like as well. A bit different. You'll see I'm actually like going to give a private comment to a student. This one is in Google Slides, but it would work in Google Docs as well. And see how I have this option to record a video and give video feedback directly in the private comment of the assignment. So great to differentiate feedback. But then what about students? Well, students can also attach a video when they attach an assignment. So you could ask, give me your text, but also give me a video that explains your writing process or explain the idea before the art piece that you're sharing with me or the picture that you're sharing with me. Students will see it when they attach their work. There'll be the option at the bottom, record audio, video, or screen share. So students are going to get it as well. So love, love, love this option to differentiate learning, to be able to support students with audio. I already have some teachers doing dictations using the audio for students to practice their spelling, for example. So great option. This is something that when I heard about it a few weeks ago, I was clapping alone in my office and going, yay. And my cats did not understand why I was clapping and so excited for a video feature. So the other thing that's coming soon, but it is piloting. So I'm showing it to you anyway, even though you're not going to see it right now. They are piloting, and some schools who are part of the pilot project will see this happen. It is a redesigned classroom homepage that will adjust depending on your role. So there's a school leader view, an educator view, and a student view. And the landing page is going to be different depending on your role, with, for example, the highlights for the teacher and the highlights for students are going to be a bit different, of course. So that's coming soon. It is piloting right now. So I think we'll see it before the end of the school year, or at least next year. But just know this is coming, an updated homepage for Google Classroom. This one is also piloting. It was piloting in the US. It is basically adding our learning standards to assignments, which I find great, not only for transparencies for students to know what are we working on and learn the different standards they're working on, but especially for what you're seeing on the screen right now, to be able to go to the coursework section, the grade book section, and actually see an overview of all the standards you've covered so far for term 1, for example. So coming soon, piloting now in Canada. That QR code that you see at the top is to join the pilot. So if you and your IT people want to get together and submit, make sure if you're a teacher, but you don't know your IT people and you submit this, that won't work because they need your IT people to play in the console. And you can actually test it out and give feedback on the different standards that are coming. But I'm very excited about this one for evaluation and a good overview to make sure we've covered everything. And that would have helped me plan big time as a teacher. How many of you are fans of read along? I'd love to see thumbs up or hearts or you have no idea what read along is. That's okay too. You can say that in the chat. Now, read along is amazing. It is to help students with reading and fluency. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Go see. There are lots of videos that show you the features, or test it out yourself. Open your mic and actually read aloud the story and see what your fluency is like. It is coming with new updates. One is generate your own story. So you can use generative AI to generate your own story. So imagine being able to generate a story with the interest of you students. You know, there's a big soccer match coming up next week, and they're really into dinosaurs. And then you can do dinosaurs playing soccer type of story and generate the story yourself. I see teachers use it a lot by giving the vocabulary list that they're working on that week, and then generate a story of the Olympics using the 10 vocabulary words that we are using right now. So current events and the vocabulary word. And I see it a lot used in French second language, not French second language, English second language, and Spanish. It is not available yet in French, and we can't wait for it to be available in French, but it is available in English and Spanish. And more languages coming all the time. French coming soon, I hope, and we keep hoping. So read along, check it out if you haven't. Now, new features as well with Chrome OS and Chromebooks. Now, this one is probably more for your IT team, but if you don't know what Chrome OS Flex is, go check it out. It allows you to transform your old devices into a Chromebook. So giving a second life to older devices is always great for the environment. And now it's even easier to deploy Chrome OS Flex for your IT teams because it can be deployed. There's remote deployment now, so even easier to deploy. So go check it out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's worth checking out the link to learn more and see what Chrome OS Flex is. How many of you have used class tools with your Chromebooks? I'd be curious to see thumbs up with class tools. You might not know what class tools is. So if you're using Chromebooks, it's a class tools basically allows you to manage what's going on with the screens of your students. You can push out resources. You can maybe block them so they're only focusing on one resource and not going to other websites, for example. Allows you to pause their screen and get their attention. So class tools, really, really great. And now there are new features available for class tools. This one is a screen sharing where you'll be able to display a code and then mirror the screen of another Chromebook. Of course, Chromebook to Chromebook. That's the deal with class tools. And this one will allow you to annotate anywhere on your screen using class tools as well. So two really great features. I have a lot of my schools using class tools and loving it. Easy to use, simple, can push out assignments, can during group work, can push out an extra resource suddenly that you think is useful for students, and pausing those screens sometimes to get their attention is sometimes better than flashing the lights in the classroom. It actually works pretty well in class management. Now, we also added this slide with different professional development opportunities coming up. Lots of them coming up in February and March. Lots of interesting sessions. The link is on the slide. You'll be able to click on it. I go to these sessions all the time. They're usually 30-minute, short and sweet sessions that showcase different ways to use the tools. There are some for admin, there's some for teachers, but check them out. You register, it's free. They are recorded, but you can show up live, ask questions in the chat. There's always somebody answering questions in the chat. And you can also watch the recording if you can't make it at the time that it's at, but really, really valuable class in session. And we're going to end with this one, with the feedback for this session, but we would love to offer more sessions in the upcoming months, but we'd love to know what you're interested in, what you would like. So if you could give us feedback on today's session and give us info on what you would like for further sessions, please fill out the feedback form. And just so you know, in the slide, we've also added the French webinar that was given last week. If you have French immersion colleagues or French school boards, you want to share it with colleagues in French, the recording is already up and running right there. So
Alexandra,
hopefully
you went through that so quickly and smoothly, not even pausing to acknowledge you were done. I'm amazed. Thank you so much. I just want to add, I put some links in the chat that are related to these two different types of sessions that are happening in the coming months. So there's the EDU on Air, which is a series that the Google for Education team runs throughout North America. Super presenters, great topics, like they're always jumping around between IT as well as pedagogically focused sessions. And so that's link number one. Link number two is the one that leads you to this feedback form. I'm sorry that there's two links, but we're trying to do things as locally as possible to Canada as well. So if you can fill in that form, there's also a sign up there that will grant me the permission to reach out to you when we do future Canada only sessions. And the goal, of course, is to continue to do these overview sessions when there are lots of new things to tell you about. But the future sessions coming up between now and the end of this school year will really be focused on going into specific tools and showing you how they work, not just a little GIF of how they work, but going in and spending the time to, give examples and really dive deeper into certain things. Not into all 50 whatever things, no, but into some of the ones that we know are most popular and getting the most excitement and usage right across the country. So if you can take a few seconds to pick and choose whatever you want to fill out, that would be great. And we're going to hang around for the last 13 minutes and answer any questions. It could be related to what came up in this presentation or, anything else. And as always, we try to answer whatever we can. And what we can't, we try to get back to you with answers. But Alexandra, thank you so much. As always, it's no small feat going through all those things and keeping up to date with all these things. So thank you so much.
And there's a question in the chat. You will